how I fly alone with 2 cats. In the US, for domestic flights, Southwest and American Airlines allows each passenger to have up to 2 cats in one carrier. They only allow 1 carrier per passenger, so both your cats have to be able to fit in one carrier. American Airlines also technically limits the carrier weight to 20 pounds, so if your cats are too heavy, so like if they're 10 pounds each, they may be on the edge and that won't really work. So that's why I actually prefer to fly Southwest more. Stella prefers to be alone, so I use a carrier that has a barrier in the middle. It's on the bigger side, but very flexible, so I've never had a problem fitting it under the seat. And both of them have plenty of space, even when it's split down the middle. Since there's a limited number of pets allowed on each flight, I always call ahead of time to reserve their spot. When I arrive at the airport, I first visit the check-in desk to pay their fee. For Southwest, it's about $125 per carrier, and I think it's around the same for American Airlines. Going through security, I have 2 choices. If you're comfortable with it, you can hold on to your cats while your luggage and carrier go through the security like normal, and you then carry them through the metal detector while waiting for your carrier to come through. Alternatively, what I prefer to do is ask for a private screening room, since I don't want to stress them out with all the noise around them or risk having them dumped. I've never had a problem requesting for a private screening room. I just let them know that I have 2 cats. I then take Stella and Fugui out in the enclosed room and wait with them while they run the carrier through the security scan. It does usually take an extra 10 to 15 minutes or so for them to get someone to bring you to the private screening room, so just make sure to allow for extra time going through the security. You might have noticed, but I put a pee pad on each side of the carrier. This is just in case that they get very stressed and have an accident. My flight today is only about 2 hours, so it shouldn't be an issue, but I usually don't feed them anything for up to 12 hours before I fly with them, and then take away any water sources about 8 hours beforehand. Today I got really lucky. The flight was super empty, so I got an entire row all to myself. Typically during takeoff, I'll stick my hand in and comfort Stella a little bit. They usually don't cry too much. And then during the middle of the flight, this time I was actually able to take out the carrier and let it stay in the aisle of the row, so they had more space and they weren't squished under the seat. I try not to bother them too much because they usually settle down and then start squirming again if they feel movement from me. So here you can see Fugui actually started bunting against the carrier because he saw me and he was hopeful and trying to get out. So I had to try to help settle him down after this. So sometime in the middle of the flight, I actually decided to open up the divider. So here the 2 of them are actually sharing the space inside. At first Fugui was squirming a bit, but eventually he's settled down. And here we are waiting for the baggage, and Stella is just being curious. She doesn't seem to be as scared of strangers, but you can see Fugui is in the back just kind of hiding from everything. So that's